So, guys, grab your popcorn, adjust your volume, and if you are wearing ODM color, sit upright because what is happening inside the Orange Democratic Movement is not a joke. It is a full blown political soap opera, Mexican style, but made in Kenya. Now, when people talk about the Odinga family, many names come up. Raila Odinga, the political marathon runner, Baba himself, Buru Odinga, the elder brother, the political gatekeeper, the family general. Today, let us talk about the name that is making people uncomfortable in both State House and within ODM itself, Winnie Odinga. Yes, that Winnie Odinga. Now, the one who doesn't shout, doesn't trend every day, doesn't draw chairs at rallies, but somehow manages to make very powerful men lose sleep at night. If politics was a horror movie, Winnie Odinga will be that quiet character everyone ignores until the lights go off. The silent storm in ODM. Now, ODM is currently experiencing what we can politely call internal turbulence, but what Kenyans are calling ODM civil war comes everywhere. Loyalty tests, side eyes at meetings, and suddenly the Odinga name is not moving as one solid block. Now, here is the funny part. We are supposed to be the most disciplined party in Kenya, right? But lately, it feels like a family WhatsApp group where everyone has an opinion and nobody wants to mute themselves. And right in the middle of this tension stands Winnie Odinga, calm, calculated, and dangerously independent. Now, why Ruto should be worried? Let's start with President William Ruto before we get to Oburu. Ruto understands power, he understands strategy, and most importantly, he understands potential threats before they explode. Odinga is not a loud opposition. She is not emotional opposition. She is intellectual opposition. She represents a new kind of politics, educated, globally exposed, youth connected, ideologically grounded, and most dangerous of all, not desperate for approval. Ruto's biggest fear is not Raila Odinga shouting one time at rallies. No, his biggest fear is the ODM evolving beyond Raila, and Winnie represents that future. If Winnie Odinga decides to fully engage the youth politically, Gen Z might not just chant slogans, they might organize, question, and vote strategically. And that, my friends, is how regimes start sweating. Now, let's talk about Oburu Odinga. Oburu is old school ODM, hierarchy, respect, seniority, loyalty to structure. Winnie Odinga, she is new school Odinga, where ideas matter more than titles. And that's where the tension comes in. Winnie does not need permission to be relevant. She doesn't wait to be allowed to speak. She doesn't borrow political oxygen from anyone, not even her surname. And in politics, nothing scares gatekeepers more than someone who one has the name, two has the brains, three has the connections, and lastly, does not ask for favors. Let's be honest, when a younger Odinga starts being listened to without being managed, alarms start ringing. Winnie Odinga is not trying to replace Raila. She is not fighting Oburu. She's not campaigning loudly. And that's exactly why she is dangerous. She understands that the Odinga and must transition, not collapse. She understands that politics Raila will not be about rallies. It will be about policy, credibility, and trust. While others are busy fighting for positions, Winnie is building ideological relevance. And let me tell you something, politics hates people who think long term. If Odium politics was a classroom, Raila is the headmaster, Buru is the deputy headmaster, Ruto is the rival school principal next door, and Winnie, well, Winnie is that quiet student who never makes noise but always tops the exam. Ruto should fear Winnie Odinga because she represents Odium beyond Raila. Oburu should fear Winnie Odinga because she represents leadership without gatekeeping, and Kenya should pay attention because when quiet people start being strategic, history changes. This ODM war is not just about power, it's about the future of opposition politics in Kenya. Actually, this story is just getting started. Well, at the end of the day, let's get something straight, and that is Winnie Odinga is not trying to replace Raila Odinga. She's not attacking Oburu Odinga. She's not fighting ODM. She is doing something for, or rather, far more powerful. What Winnie Odinga is doing, she is preparing for life after Raila Odinga. And whether ODM likes it or not, that conversation is coming because one, politics is changing, voters are changing, Kenya is changing, Winnie understands that Odinga legacy must evolve, not just survive. Well, if Odium was a TV series, well, Raila is the legendary main character. Oburu is a strict producer. Ruto is the rival show on another channel, and Winnie is the character who appears quietly in season 3, then dominates the entire storyline by season 5. Well, that's what she has been doing lately, because she has been making moves left, right, and center quietly. She is calculated, and as I had said earlier on, she is calm, and everything that she does, she knows what she is supposed to do, and all she's doing is that she is not trying to replace her late dad. However, she is trying to make sure that his legacy keeps on moving ahead, and that's what she has been doing despite of the many attacks that she has gotten from different ODM leaders within the party. However, she is trying to become and make everything move forward by continuing with her dad's legacy.